We do about 40 minutes of meditation, but we stop. We'll do different styles of meditation. So we meditate for a while and then have a minute just to move around and stretch and, then prepare ourselves again. So we split the meditation up into 10-15 minutes each, just so we can, it's kind of difficult as beginners to meditate for long periods of time. So it's good to do short meditations, so where your mind stays fresh and alert, rather than falling asleep halfway through because we didn't take a break. So let's just start by starting to close our eyes, bringing our awareness inward to the body. And we're going to do a gentle scan of the body just to connect our awareness, ground and root our awareness in the body. We want to try and meditate with our body as well as our mind, consciousness. So we start bringing our awareness to the crown of the head. And just rest our mind's eye at the crown of the head for a moment, feeling that light energy there. And then connecting with our with breath and awareness. Noticing how the breath starts to deepen as we go inward. So with breath and awareness, doing a gentle scan, kind of streaming at the body with our breath and awareness. Using breath and awareness to massage, relax the body as we go down through the brow and the eyes, breathing into any tension, tightness, and just allowing it to relax and soften in that area. And this stream of awareness and breath just slowly moving down through the mouth, the jaw. Create space around the jaw with breath and awareness, relaxation. And the stream of breath and awareness moving down through the neck and the shoulders, just like we're bathing our body, allowing it to completely relax, but still be aware, open, conscious at the same time. Stream down the front of the body, through the chest, a couple of breaths through the diaphragm, allowing ourselves to breathe more deeply into the lungs, into the abdomen area. Seeing if we can let go any tension we're holding in the stomach area. And then going back again down through the spine. So for meditation, most important to keep our mind clear, our meditation clear and alert, is keeping the spine straight, upright, not slouching in the lower back. And now connecting with our hips, a few breaths around the hips, just to relax the hips, but finding some strength in the hips and the legs to support the upper body, support the strength, the uprightness of the spine. Checking for a moment after this scanning exercise of the body, does our mind feel a little bit more peaceful? And now in that place where we're more connected with the body, let's clear the mind further, prepare the mind further by for meditation by doing a pranayama breathing exercise. If we clear the breath, the mind becomes more clear. So let's bring the first finger of the left hand and you cross it over and you close off the right nostril with that first finger and you inhale long, slow, quiet, deep breathing through the left nostril, and then moving the finger over to the left, close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. So inhaling through the left nostril and exhaling through the right. 3 times. And then changing hands, first finger of the right hand, closing off the left nostril, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left 3 times. And now breathing through both nostrils, inhaling and exhaling 3 times. And again, taking a moment to connect with more, see if you feel more space, more clarity in your mind, in your being. So for the next 7 minutes, we're going to do the type of meditation called stabilizing meditation. Stabilizing, focusing our mind, instead of the mind being distracted, what we call monkey mind in the Buddhist tradition, the mind that's moving around from one object to the next, without sort of a clear concentration. We try and focus our mind, one style of meditation to make the mind more peaceful, more calm. The style of meditation is often called calm abiding. Where we abide, we try and bring our mind, our awareness to abide on one object. Here the object we're going to use is the breath. So we bring our awareness to the breathing at the tip of the nostrils, simply placing our mind's eye, our awareness at the tip of the nostril, or we can bring our awareness to the level of the abdomen and being aware as the breath goes in and out the nostrils or in and out the abdomen. So as beginners, it can be easier to say breathing in, breathing out. Say that mentally to yourself as you try and focus the mind, anchor the mind at the tip of the nostrils or the level of the abdomen. When we find our mind getting distracted, as it will bounce easily onto thoughts, fears, emotions. Simply observe that and bring it back patiently, with kindness for ourselves, to the object, at the breath, at the nostrils of the abdomen. So let's do this for 7 minutes. Just relax a little bit our awareness on the breath, or gently bring your mind back if it's wandered off somewhere. Just take a moment to move your body around. It's interesting to see whether we gather tension when we're trying to do that exercise, maybe in the neck, the shoulders. So again, something that seems so simple, simply asking of ourselves to focus our mind on one object, it seems quite a difficult exercise. So meditation, as we begin meditation, as we develop our meditation practice, we try to keep, either as beginner or practicing some time, what we call beginner's mind. A fresh approach, kind of humble approach to our practice. But certainly when we do this type of meditation, it can be quite humbling. Not having the ability, recognising that we don't have the ability to focus our mind on that simple process of the breath that's with us all the time. We're not able to do it spontaneously, naturally at our own will at the moment. So this kind of reflects to us a kind of lack of awareness in our own mind, some lack of control over our own thoughts, over our feelings, our emotions. So most of us come to meditation because on some level, instinctively, we've already realised that we lack that control, we need help. So the Buddha taught meditation, taught the spiritual teachings to heal the mind of this problem, heal the heart. This monkey mind problem, the lack of control we actually have over our thoughts and our emotions. So the spiritual teachings, meditation practices are all about healing this problem in our hearts and minds. Giving us the opportunity to be able to take control of our hearts and minds, our feelings, thoughts and emotions. But in this process, we need to be gentle and patient with ourselves. As we slowly develop our meditation practice, our ability to be more clear, more kind, compassionate with ourselves and with others in our life. So let's again go into meditation for another 5 minutes. So this time we're going to still keep our awareness on the breath, but another way that can help to keep our mind on the breath is using light. Imagining that you're breathing in like the light of the sun or the moon, whatever one you feel more comfortable, that's that type of light. As you inhale, you're breathing in light, and just like the sun or the moon, that light streams through a window, it streams through your whole being, into your consciousness, into your heart, and brings illumination, clarity, dispelling dullness, fear, negative emotion in the heart. Just like the light coming through a window into the room dispels darkness. And on the exhalation, we exhale that darkness, we let go of that darkness, that fear, that problem. We allow it to move out through the breath and dissolve into the sky, into the universe, feeling that we've completely released it from our being. So we breathe in light and we breathe out darkness. You can either do that or simply again do this process of being with the breath at the level of the nostrils of the abdomen. So again we do for 5 minutes. So again, just relax a little bit back into your body. So even though we may find that our mind's quite distracted, as I always say, meditation's like a mirror. It allows us to see the kind of faults in our mind, where our mind needs to be healed, where it needs help. In many ways, our mind is crying out. If we haven't done much meditation in our life, haven't really paid a lot of attention in the right way to our thoughts, our emotional world, then we find that when we start meditating, our mind's kind of crying out for some help, some attention. So generally we say, just like we get up in the morning and we bathe, we wash, we have breakfast, we have these daily routines, what also needs attention is our mind, is our heart, just as much as the body. Every day, every part of our day, what reflects in our world is coming from our mind, from our state of mind. Whether we're happy, whether we enjoy life, whether we're sad, whether we feel depressed or fearful in life, it's coming from our state of mind, our state of consciousness. So just like the body needs a level of care, the mind, the heart also needs that level of care and attention. So this is what we learn in meditation, how to take care of our mind, our feelings, our emotions in a positive, healthy way. This is what we call compassion for ourselves, taking care of our mind. Being attentive to what's going on and finding methods and tools in our lives to deal with negative states of mind and bring our mind into a more positive, peaceful, clear, loving state. So beginning to meditate is taking that step in that direction to more deeply take care of yourselves. That much more we understand how to take care of ourselves, our mind, that much more we're able to help take care of others, be more useful in this world. So in the Buddhist tradition, as I mentioned, there's many types of meditation. We did calm abiding meditation here, settling the mind on an object, trying to rest our mind from distraction, its usual state of distraction. So another form in the meditation is reciting mantra using sound to bring peace and clarity, kindness into the heart. So many of us like to listen to music. Music creates a certain impression, a certain feeling in our hearts, in our being. Positive, sometimes negative, depends what we listen to. But it impacts our state of consciousness. So when we chant mantra, it's not so mystical. Actually, mantra creates an inner vibration in our being, an inner positive quality. It vibrates with our heart and awakens certain positive states of mind. Just like listening to music, certain musics can do the same thing, make us more peaceful, more clear, more happy. But we use the sort of more powerful, deeper form of sound by chanting the resonance within ourselves and allowing that resonance to open something positive in our hearts and minds. So the mantra, the most common popular mantra in the Buddhist tradition is Om Mani Padme Hum, what we call the mantra of compassion or the mantra for happiness. By chanting, listening, hearing that mantra, it awakens a quality of kindness, compassion in our hearts, and also this quality of basic happiness. So let's take a moment. When we chant mantra, we often visualize, imagine a light in the space before us, like the light of the moon. For those of us who are familiar, we can start to imagine in the sky before us, the space before us, the image of a Buddha, made of white moon-like light, Chenrizik, Buddha compassion. For those of us who are new, just let's imagine the peaceful aspect of the moon. As we see the full moon when it arises over the mountains in Santa Fe, that brilliant white moon starting to appear in the space before us. And feeling the light reflect into your whole being. That light just bringing some kind of peace as we focus on the presence of the moon in the space before us. And then when we imagine from that moon the light coming and streaming through our crown, and just filling our whole being as we chant this mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani meaning jewel, Padme means lotus. And what we're inviting as we chant this mantra, we're inviting the jewel of compassion, loving kindness to awaken in our hearts. That peaceful state that's open to all beings, without judgment, without fear. So we imagine this moonlight light cleansing our being, and we're receiving the quality of the mantra through the moon and the light. So we can either chant together or just listen to the mantra, whatever you feel more comfortable with, and holding that image of the moon, cleansing and bathing you with moon-like light, and opening this peaceful quality, compassion, loving kindness towards yourselves, towards others within yourself. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Just take a moment to see how your mind feels after you're chanting, listening to the mantra. You feel more energy, more light, more clarity. And then connecting again with the image of the moon, the image of the Buddha in the space before you. Imagine that moon starts to dissolve slowly into a smaller ball of radiant white light. And that moon light comes towards you, comes to the crown of your head, and starts to dissolve through your crown, again filling your whole body with a moon-like light. The moon goes down through your body and dissolves into the centre of your heart in the middle of your chest. And just rest in that space of being almost like one with the energy, the feeling of the moon. The moon that illuminates the world, freeing us from darkness. The moon that has this quality, deep peace. Rest in that for a moment. May I be happy. May I develop through meditation, through spiritual teachings, the causes of inner peace and happiness within my own heart and mind. And may all beings be happy, be free of sickness, disease, any kind of harm. And may they unlock the key to peace and happiness within themselves.